I saw Mary scoop a big spoonful of rice, then add a serving of stir-fried meat that she knew I'd never eat. It instantly reminded me of my past life. In my previous life, my best friend Mary deliberately caused trouble, bumping into me while I was carrying my food, making the food spill all over me. She then pretended to care, casually pouring her own food all over my face, even smearing the soup on my face. With the experience of my past life, I knew exactly what kind of woman Mary was, a woman with a hidden agenda. So when I saw her trying to bump into me on purpose, I quickly dodged to the side. Then I smoothly extended my leg and tripped. To my surprise, he ended up bumping into someone else. Seeing the two of them in such a mess gave me a sense of satisfaction because that man wasn't just anyone. He was Mike, the man who killed my husband in my past life. When Mary saw him wearing expensive designer brands, she regretted her actions even more. But what she didn't realize was that this was just the first step of my revenge. A month ago, I, orphaned with no parents, had just married Mike, only to discover I had married a mama's boy. On our wedding day, my mother-in-law insisted on teaching me all the rules and then scolded me for not getting pregnant right away. Mike, on the other hand, spent his days at home trading stocks, seeking comfort. When I tried to speak up, the two of them immediately retorted, and I started feeling the strain at work as well. Soon, I realized my body was starting to give out. I began having frequent nosebleeds. After going to the hospital, I was diagnosed with late-stage stomach cancer, but neither my mother-in-law nor my husband showed the slightest sympathy. Thankfully, I had Mary by my side during chemotherapy. However, what I didn't expect was that after encouraging me to keep fighting and live, Mary turned around and drove straight to my house, where she and Mike were acting like newlyweds, completely affectionate with each other. Meanwhile, I was still struggling with hospital bills, and when I called Mike for help, he didn't answer. So I had no choice but to take a taxi home to get some money. But the driver took me down a road I'd never been on before, followed by a tunnel I didn't recognize. When I emerged, I found myself in a sea of cherry blossoms. When I got out of the car, the driver even returned my fare. It was one of the few acts of kindness I had experienced since my illness. I used every last bit of energy to make it home, but when I entered the foyer, I saw Mary's red high heels. Stepping over the scattered clothes on the floor, I slowly walked to the bedroom door. What I found inside shocked me. My husband had married me just to get my insurance money. I barged in, screaming at them, but Mike stood by Mary, defending her. Mary stood in front of me, mocking me relentlessly. I gathered all my strength to stand up and strike her, but Mike pushed me towards the coffee table, and I hit my head on the glass corner. I thought my life was coming to an end, but to my surprise, I woke up again.